Tom, you're in a meeting. Your manager says something. You didn't catch it. What do?
Honestly, I nod. I write something in my notebook, and then I spend the rest of the meeting hoping context will save me.
And does it?
Almost never. Last week, I nodded through an entire request and ended up doing the wrong project for 2 days.
Right, and here's the trick. Asking for clarification doesn't make you look unprepared. It makes you look careful. You just need the right phrase for the moment. Welcome to Say It in English, the business English podcast for non-native speakers who want to sound confident and professional at work. I'm Lexi.
And I'm Tom, the guy who spent 2 days on the wrong project.
Today's episode is very practical. We're going through 4 common situations at work where you need to ask for clarification. For each one, we give you 2 phrases, one for meetings and one for emails.
So by the end of this episode, you have 8 phrases ready to use. No more nodding and hoping.
Exactly. Let's get into it. Okay, situation number 1. You are in a meeting. Someone is speaking. Maybe the connection is bad. Maybe they spoke very fast. Maybe, and I say this without judgment, you were thinking about lunch.
It happens.
The point is, you simply didn't hear it. You missed the actual words. So, Tom, show us what panic sounds like.
Wait, what? Sorry, what did you just say?
Yes, that. Very human, very relatable, but also a little abrupt, especially in a professional setting. It can catch people off guard. So here's the polished version. Write this down. Sorry, could you say that again?
Sorry, could you say that again? That's it? It's so short.
Short is good. Sorry is your politeness signal. It shows respect. Could you makes it a soft request, not a command.
Right. Say that again sounds like an order. Could you say that again is a polite question. Same words, totally different energy.
Exactly. Register note, this phrase works great with colleagues and in everyday meetings. For a more formal setting like a client call, upgrade to, I'm sorry, could you repeat that? Formal setting, use repeat. Casual setting, say that again works perfectly. Now the email version. Imagine your colleague mentions something, a date, a number, a file name, and you're not sure you read it correctly. Instead of writing, what did you mean, which can feel blunt in an email.
Yeah, what did you mean in writing can sound almost accusatory?
It can, yes. So instead you write, just to confirm what you mentioned in your last message, the deadline is Friday the 14th, correct?
Oh, that's good. You're not saying I didn't understand. You're saying, let me make sure we're aligned.
Exactly. Just to confirm sounds organized and professional, not confused. Let me hear you try it, Tom.
Okay, just to confirm what you mentioned in your last message, the project budget is $5,000. Is that right?
Perfect. And I love that you added, is that right, at the end. That little tag question invites the other person to confirm, yes or no. Very efficient. Situation 1, done. Situation 2, a different problem. This time, you heard the words just fine, but you didn't understand what they mean. Maybe it was jargon. Maybe the sentence was long and complex. Maybe your brain just needed one more second.
This is me every time someone says, synergize our value proposition in a meeting.
Business jargon is a whole other language sometimes. Okay, so this time, I'm playing the panicked version. Tom, you're going to explain something to the team.
Okay, so the plan is to pivot our go-to-market strategy and realign the cross-functional stakeholders before the end of Q3.
And I'm sitting there thinking, pivot? Realign? Cross-functional what? But what I want to say is, yeah, okay, and just not exactly like Tom does. Could you walk me through that one more time?
Walk me through. I use that phrase and I love it. What does it mean exactly for learners who haven't heard it?
Great question. Walk me through something means explain it to me step by step at a comfortable pace. It's a very common idiom in business English. Native speakers use it constantly.
And the key thing, it doesn't sound like I didn't understand. It sounds like I want to understand this deeply. That's a totally different message.
Exactly. It signals engagement, not confusion. Register-wise, this phrase works in almost any professional context, with a colleague, a manager, a client. Polite without being stiff.
Can you make it more specific? Like if you only need one part explained again?
Yes, add specifically the part about. So, could you walk me through that one more time? Specifically the part about the timeline. That shows you were listening. You just need more clarity on one point.
That's a great technique. Okay, the email version.
In an email, when something isn't clear, maybe a term you don't know or a sentence that could mean two different things, you write, "Could you clarify what you meant by X?" You replace X with the specific word or phrase that confused you.
For example, could you clarify what you meant by revised timeline? Or could you clarify what you meant by pending approval?
Perfect. Clarify is a very professional word. You'll see it in emails and reports all the time. Being specific about what you need explained helps the other person answer faster. Better for everyone.
More specific equals more helpful. Got it. Let's keep moving.
Situation 3. This one is a little different. You heard the information, you understood the words, but there simply isn't enough detail. You need more.
Oh yes, the classic, please prepare the report. With no information about which report, what format, how long, when it's due, or who it's for.
Yes, and Tom, you're back in the hot seat for this one.
Great. Okay, so my manager just said, Tom, can you take care of the client proposal? And I'm thinking, which client? What kind of proposal? Is there a template? When is it due? But what actually comes out of my mouth is, yeah, sure, no problem. Yep.
And then you sit down and panic quietly.
So quietly, with a big smile.
So here's what to say instead. In the meeting, right there, before your manager moves on, could you give me a bit more context on that?
A bit more context. I like that. Context is a great word. It means background, the bigger picture, the why and the how.
Exactly. When you ask for context, you're not saying, "I don't know what to do." You're saying, "I want to do this well." That signals competence, not confusion.
That reframe is everything. Can you be even more specific with it?
Absolutely. Pin it to the exact detail you need. Could you give me a bit more context on the timeline? Or could you give me a bit more context on what the client is expecting? You name the gap, you fill it.
Love it. Okay, now the email version. Because this happens in writing too. Someone sends you a task and the instructions are just thin.
Very thin. In an email, when you need more information, you write, "Could you share a few more details on X when you have a moment?"
When you have a moment. That little phrase at the end, I really like that. It sounds relaxed, not urgent.
Right. I respect your time. That kind of tone builds good working relationships. This phrase works well with anyone, colleague or senior.
Could you share a few more details on the onboarding schedule when you have a moment?
Perfect. Now, what if you actually do need it quickly? Does the phrase still work?
Good question. Can you tweak it?
Yes. Could you share a few more details on this when you have a moment? I'd need it by end of day if possible.
Smart combo. All right, situation 4. Last one.
Situation 4. This one is about checking your own understanding. You think you got it. You understood the message, but you want to confirm before you act, because acting on wrong information is expensive.
Very expensive. Ask me about 2 days of work.
Okay. This time I'm playing the panicked version again. Tom, give me some instructions.
Sure. Lexi, for this project, I need you to prepare a short summary, about 2 pages, and send it to the clients by Thursday morning.
And I'm thinking, 2 pages, client, Thursday.
But which client? Berlin or Sydney? And is Thursday morning their time zone or mine? What I want to do is say, got it, and then send Tom a frantic message 20 minutes later.
Ugh, I know those messages. Hey, quick question at 4:59 p.m.
Just so I have this right, you'd like me to prepare a 2-page summary and send it to the client by Thursday morning, correct?
Beautiful. You repeat back what you understood, you give them a chance to correct anything, and correct at the end is the key. It's a yes or no question. Super efficient.
Exactly. This is called paraphrasing. Communication coaches teach it. But just remember the structure. Just so I have this right, what you understood, correct?
Let me try one. You just told me about the new expense report process. Ready? Just so I have this right, all expense reports over $500 need a manager signature before I submit them, correct?
Yes. Very good, Tom.
I've learned from the best. Okay, the email version.
In an email, when you want to confirm your understanding in writing, you use a slightly longer version. Just to make sure I've understood correctly, restate what you think they said. Is that right?
And the restate part, you don't copy their sentence word for word. You rephrase it in your own words, right?
Yes, rephrase it in your own words. That shows you actually processed the information. For example, just to make sure I've understood correctly, the meeting has moved to 3 p.m. on Wednesday. Is that right?
Clear. No drama. No confusion. No wrong projects.
We keep coming back to the wrong project.
It's memorable. It's my gift to the listeners. Before we do the recap, I think a lot of non-native speakers feel embarrassed to ask for clarification. Like, people will think your English isn't good enough or that you weren't paying attention.
This is so real, and I want to push back completely. The truth is the opposite. When you use phrases like, could you walk me through that? Or just so I have this right, you're showing you take your work seriously. That is a professional strength, not a weakness.
And native speakers do it too, all the time. The most experienced people in a room are often the ones who ask the most questions.
Exactly. The people who never asked questions are often the ones who make the most mistakes because they guessed, and guessing at work is risky.
Like someone we know.
Like someone we love dearly. Permission granted. Use these phrases. Do it politely, and people will respect you more for it.
All right, let's bring it all together. Quick run-through of all 4 situations and all 8 phrases. Situation 1. You didn't hear it clearly. In a meeting. Sorry, could you say that again? In an email. Just to confirm what you mentioned in your last message.
Situation 2. You heard it but didn't understand the meaning. In a meeting, could you walk me through that one more time? In an email, could you clarify what you meant by X?
Could you give me a bit more context on that? Could you share a few more details on X when you have a moment?
And situation 4. You want to confirm your understanding. In a meeting, just so I have this right, restate, correct? In an email, just to make sure I've understood correctly, restate, is that right?
8 phrases, 4 situations, all polite, all professional, all genuinely useful.
Save this episode and come back before your next meeting or tricky email. These phrases will be there when you need them. Before we go, quick question. Which of these 4 situations is hardest for you? Let us know in the comments. We really do read them.
If this episode helped you, please subscribe so you never miss a new episode of Say It in English.
Remember, every phrase you learn is one more tool in your kit. Keep going.
Thanks for listening. See you next time.